Okay, ready when you are.
Alright, so I'm Jordan and this is Kevin, and we're doing our presentation on sleep deprivation and its effects on students' priorities in terms of academics. So basically we're going to talk about what is sleep deprivation, why people are sleep deprived, how it affects us, how it affects academic success, how our body responds, and then ways to help ourselves when we are sleep deprived, just in life in general and specifically at Emory. So reasons that we're sleep deprived, especially in a college community, which we're all in now, is that we stay up, we work on homework, we do assignments, we stay up by choice to watch a movie or hang out with our friends. Some people go out on the weekends, sometimes during the weekdays. That definitely takes away from your time sleeping. And then in the dorms, people will be in the halls making noises, and like it can keep you up and definitely affect you kind of out of your control.
So just by show of hands, who here is sleep deprived right now? Yeah, as you guys can see, like most of us are sleep deprived as college students, and some signs of sleep deprivation can be fatigue, where you guys are really tired. You're just really just tired throughout the entire day. You can't focus in class. You can't listen to what the teacher's saying. You're really moody throughout the day. You just kind of get irritated when your friends pick on you. And having a weakened immune system. This can be due to the fact that you don't let your body recover throughout the sleeps that you can get. And you'll have a really high appetite for carbs, because as you don't get enough sleep, you'll just have a really high appetite for carbs and you'll just crave it. And you'll have a reduced ability to handle stress because you'll just be really irritable.
Okay, so who here thinks that their sleep deprivation is affecting their academic standings? Okay, that's true. There was a study that was done to see who has poor sleep. They regulated how much sleep people were getting and then how it affects their academic success. So as you can see, 54% of people were skipping class who had poor sleep, and 7% had an incomplete grade or dropped a course, which is very high. And that's 7 out of 100 people. It doesn't seem like that much, but it really is. And then at the bottom of the screen, highlighted in orange, you can see the average GPA of someone who did not pull an all-nighter in the last month is a 3.26, and someone who did pull an all-nighter in the last month is a 3.05. So that's a very big difference just by pulling an all-nighter in the last month.
This graph shows the percent of students who have a sleep disorder who also have who are also an academic risk. So the first one, which is OSA, which stands for obstructive sleep apnea, which is a condition where you have a stop of breathing while you're sleeping. Those students have a 30% academic risk rate.
And then the second one is restless leg syndrome. And all of these disorders are caused by not getting enough sleep. You can be more at risk for them. And so 21% of those people with restless leg syndrome were at risk of dropping out of school or failing in class.
And last, most importantly, insomnia, where you can't go to sleep easily. 22% of the people are at academic risk. This affects a lot of college students because you're just really nervous and you get insomnia from that. So there is a study out there that shows that sleeping a lot does in fact help with academic success. There's a study that was published 2 years ago that showed teenagers who had a very longer habitual sleep schedule did indeed have a better IQ test and had a better performance on the perceptual reasoning test. So that shows that sleeping does in fact help with academic success.
So we also wanted to look at kind of the different lifestyles of people and how that can kind of affect your sleep and your how you function the next day. And so we looked at this study that kind of talked about different lifestyles like athletics, students, people who go to work every day, and then kind of their nightly activities, like whether they socialize at night, whether they go out and party, whether they're up studying late. And it kind of showed that no matter what you're doing the night before that causes you to stay up late, no matter what you're doing the next day, it still affects you the same way. You're still irritable, you're still moody, and you still have the same kind of craving. So it doesn't really matter how you're doing it, you need that sleep. And then we also looked at kind of how college students cope with the lack of sleep. And so the main thing is coffee. 43% of Americans drink coffee to make up for their lack of sleep. It's a stimulant, it stays in the body for 6 hours. So like if you drink it at 9 to stay up and write a paper, you're up till 3 o'clock the next morning, which can really affect you the next day. And then eventually you're going to be physically dependent on the caffeine, which is really bad for you. You can't stay awake even if you are getting the amount of sleep. You're not going to stay awake because you crave that caffeine. And then there's also the caffeine crash. If you take it in the morning and then later you're going to need it again because you're going to crash, you're going to want to go to sleep in the middle of the afternoon.
Oh, so some simple remedies just for sleep deprivation is not exercising before you go to bed, because if you exercise, your body temperature is going to increase. That's going to affect the way you fall asleep. And having a routine bedtime schedule is going to help you because your body will become adjusted to the system and will aid you in getting a better night's sleep. And last is not to get a big meal before you go to bed, because if you get a big meal, your digestive system is going to be really stuck with the food. And it's just you're gonna have irritable like stomachs, and you're just gonna wake up middle of the night, just use the bathroom.
Okay, so ways that you can help yourself at Emory. At the Emory Clinic, there's a sleep center. They can help you get on a routine or fix your routine and kind of hold that throughout the year, how to like time manage and be able to get your right amount of sleep at night. There's also programs on campus, like Who's Stressed Out About Finals right now? So there's like yoga classes during finals that you can go to that'll help you relax, help you be able to sleep at night better. And also improving dorm life, because I know for me, at the beginning of the year, there were like a lot of people running up and down the hallways, talking to people, and that really distracted me. But then my roommate got a fan, which really helps me because I don't hear that as much. If she gets up and goes to the bathroom, I don't hear it. And also talking to your RAs, they can say something